time that Furion drops trees. So really good plays by him. He's going to get frozen. There goes the tower, and they're going to be putting on some Rex pressure right now. Here comes the dust. Really nice ult, landing down, doing a lot of damage to the whole team. Here comes the stun. Nice dodge to get out of damage. To get out of danger is what I meant. Not going to die to the AA ult. Really close, though. He's probably waiting for everybody to group so he can actually mech, unless the other already used it. But AA is pretty good counter to Chen as long as you know when he's going to drop his heal. Wow. Dropping his... Oh, that's why. You drop your strength to nothing, and then you eat a tango and take an urn, and now watch, he's going to transform his stats back to strength, and now he's fully healed. I mean, how lame is that? Like, that's the power of Morphling. That was like a full heal. That's like you turn all of your HP, you turn your HP to nothing, and then you take a 400 HP heal, and then you just transfer back to agility. No big deal. Like, that's not ridiculously good or anything. Really good play. I've never even seen that before, but that's really smart. When you have that much mana, it's not a big deal. Taking a lot of damage. Here comes the Radiance. He just finished farming it. Here comes the counter push by the Spectre, and he's just going to be like, you know what, I'm here to do damage. He's going to tank on this ES. He doesn't even care if he does damage, because every bit of damage he takes does damage to enemies. So he's going to back up a little bit here. Finished off the main stunner target. Morphling's putting pressure on this A. Not quite picking him up. That is frustrating. He thought he was going to kill him there. Getting the kill here. Still has his Aegis. He's going to have to fight this Spectre eventually, but getting a lot of strength coming out of here. He's just going to rely on his nukes for a second. Going to put down some damage on this VS. Going to try to pick him up. I think he's going to get him. Maybe. Oh, Spider getting the kill with a little bit of help from his team. And nuking back the Spectre. He's just going to sit back and save his Aegis until his HP is a little bit higher, I believe. A lot of HP on this Morphling right now. Just got adaptive strike level 4, so he's going to do a little bit bigger burst damage, but he's got to have a shitload of cash right now. And unfortunately we can't look because Dota in Warcraft 3 is limited, so that's just how this is going to be, unfortunately. Spider heading top, going to finish farming his Black King bar, which is going to give him a lot more team fight potential. Spectre heading bottom, he's got the chainmail, he's going to finish up his blade mail next, and then he's going to really do sick damage to the Morphling if the Morphling decides to fight him. Pop that blade mail right as he waveforms. I think Morphling's not invulnerable then. I don't know if he'll take the damage or not. He might be magic immune-ish when he does that. I'm not quite sure. ES just helping out the Morphling a little bit. When you're low HP, why not, you know? And here he's going to drop his HP all the way again. ES is healing him a little too early considering he's killing all of his strength. Yeah, that was pretty much wasted. Gonna pop the tango, taking the other, and wow, getting full heal by the God, that's ridiculous. Look at his damage right now. Just awesome base name. 112 agility. It's like, hope they don't have a Zeus with a refresher, because he could. Well, I guess you can Lincoln's it, but I mean seriously, why not farm in this? I mean, just replicate right before a big team fight and then go to it. Why not go for it? Gotta be really close to this BKB, and once again, can't see their gold levels. As a whole though, both teams playing really solid. I really like this game so far. We have some more mid pressure coming. They save the racks, that's pretty huge. CM has shit items, but it doesn't matter. VS has shit items. Oh nice, point booster. These are high quality. This is like the high roller VS. I've never seen a VS with this many items in a serious game. And there's that Django I was talking about, picking it up on Furion. Such a good stat item. You get 9 to all attributes, and you get +9 damage. You get +18 damage when you get a Django of Endurance, and you have 5% movement speed and attack speed. I mean, if you like did the math today at work, shh, don't tell my boss. But the Django, if you do the math, it's like I think like 1,800, 1,900 gold or something like that, and that's for +9 to all stats, not including all the other awesome things it does. Well, you know what does +10 to all stats? An ultimate orb, and that costs 2,100 for a single item. Like Django is the single best like stat giving item on one item that you can have. Like, it's just fucking really good. I mean, I'm not including things like expensive items like Ginsu or Scotty or something like that, or Lincoln's even. But I mean, it's very, very good item. So Django's on both teams. Django on the Chen. I like this. More HP, more int. And here comes the Initiate. Clockwork launching in, picking off the Spectre, but he's just going to eat it from the Spectre. Kind of a bad Initiate. But heals coming down, ES ult dropping. Furion's getting nuked down, but he's not going to be chased. Morphling is going after the Spectre. The whole team is going after the Spectre. BKB popped. BKB is gone. And Spectre's just going to leave. I just heard an ES die. Vengeance going to get nuked down. Nice Chen support. Nice Chen plays. VS going down right now. Furion has respawned, which I don't give a shit about Warcraft 3. And Spectre's going to chase down this Chen. He's not going to make it out. Any damage he takes gets nuked off. So close. Yep, Furion coming to help, but that is his team. So mid pressure still on. Morphling is still rocking ass. He's got his Manta up. He's going to drop this Rex right now. And Spectre's going to see if he can do anything about it. But I really don't think he can take 3 heroes. How's this Clockwork at full HP? Nice pipe. I like that. And here comes the re-pressure from the Scantinal team. And he's just gonna get his HP back up until he wants to dive. He's being very aggressive, but he's not being so aggressive that he wastes his Aegis. I mean, he could have wasted it already, but he has not yet. He's still gonna save that. I wish he would go in. Spider getting raped, but I guess their team is a little bit too high, so only picking up 1 melee Rax. Noobs out there, time for another lesson. You want to get the Rax because it makes your creep stronger. So let's look at these: 757 HP, 42 to 50 damage, and 3 armor versus 580 HP, 22 to 26 damage. This is the power of getting a melee Rax. You always want to kill that one first if you can. If you're a little short on time, you can go for the ranged one because it has 10 less armor. If we'll look over here, it doesn't say, unfortunately. Oh yeah, you're not going to be able to see until we kill another 2 sets of towers, but finally getting the mid tower. This is the push that the Sentinel team needs. They finally got their timing pushed down. They got their Radiance, they got the Blade Mail. Spectre is really going to contribute a lot to all these team fights. Prophet kind of contributes, VS contributes, and CM semi contributes. So that's the state of their team. And A is going to drop Beast ults on their team to really magnify their damage. So good push so far. Our Scourge is a little bit out of position. Gonna drop down the Chen unit, which is smart because, let's be honest, you do not want to have a Centaur in the enemy team if you can handle it. Where's this Radiance coming from? I swear to God that was like, oh, okay. You replicate, replicate the enemy Radiance carrier, and all of a sudden you have a Radiance on your team. It's possible to do that with cool orbs like Diffusal and stuff. ES getting caught way out of position. I do not think he's... Oh, I'm sorry, this is all Spectre, just raping face. Look how much damage this ES just took from Spectre. Like, Spectre ult. That was like 60% of his damage. Spectre is a very powerful hero. Very powerful hero. The phase boosts don't do anything to his images, but I don't really disagree with that at all. Gave him a lot of last hitting power, gave him way more damage early in his auto attacks, at least from his main hero. And here comes the repush. We're going to see if they can finish off this mid-rax, which is going to give them even more pushing power. And after that, I'm going to expect a swing, not bottom, because there's no towers anywhere else. They're going to probably try to push this and finish off any other Raxes they can. If they keep all their dudes alive, that's what they're going to go for. Splitting out of the pipe, unfortunately. A little bit of misplay by the Morphling, but he still has that Aegis. Nice initiate on the Clockwork, picking off all 3 units. Really good AoEs coming on. They stunning the Spectre down. Not quite dead. Staying alive. Barely. Oh my gosh. 60 HP, and he gets nuked down. How close was that? Really good initiate by the Clockwork. Spreads them all up. ES ult to drop them down. Spectre buys back. Gotta buy back, otherwise they're gonna get double or triple Rex. Wow. Spider getting dropped. Who just got a triple kill? Spectre got a triple kill even though he died afterwards, or halfway through. And Spectre replicate. So that's going to be Morphling's pressure, but he's going to chase down, try to pick off the Furion kills. Wow, they're going for the clock. Oh no, that's Chen, sorry. Morphling coming in, try to pick off this Furion. He's not going to make it out. And Spectre is also going to get the Chen kill. So this is kind of what's going to happen. Carries are going to fight other carries, and they're going to pick them off. And Morphling is just going to run away, I guess. He's not going to want to fight that Spectre. Spectre has a lot of HP, that's for damn sure. And the longer you fight him, the more damage you take by that Radiance. And he's going to finish up. He's going to do Helm of the Dominator next, which is a little interesting. Usually you see the Morphling go for the Lincolns, go for the Manta, and get an Ethereal Blade. Or they go Lincoln's Ethereal Blade, but instead he's going Manta, which is probably as a defensive choice against the AA. You can split out of the AA. I don't know if you can split out AA ult, but you can split out of AA Cold Feet. And you can dodge things like stuns. You can split out of Ice Block. Really not a bad play, honestly. It's gonna get you out of a lot of damage from a lot of this team. A lot of the nasty status effects that he's gonna be looking into. So Clockwork still got farm items. Force Staff on ES, interesting. Not going for Blink Dagger. He's gonna be like, you know what, I'm gonna fucking Force Staff because that's gonna support his team better. And Spectre's gonna farm up any thick push that he sees. Not sitting on a TP scroll, but you know what, fuck it. He's got his ultimate. He can just warp in wherever the hell he wants to. VS still farmed as hell. Can we see your score or your money? Yes, we can. And this is the scoreboard so far. 12, 2, and 6 on this Morphling. Playing really solid. 8, 4, and 9 on the Spectre. That's a little more reasonable. You can't really kill Steel as hard with Spectre, but he's still a very powerful carry. And we're doing a Rosh on the Scourge team. Dropping the pipe because they just got A ulted, so it's going to keep all their HPs up. Vlad's, oh, here comes the Spectre, seeing if he can make anything happen. He might. I'm not going to expect him to recall in because there are no allied heroes here, but taking a lot of damage. They're backing up just in case he decided to go in there, and they're not going to be able to stop this Rosh. They're not even going to even bother to go for it because they know it's not going to happen. So picking up the Aegis again on the Morphling, which is really going to give him this upper hand against these possible kills. So doing a little bit of pushing top. He's got the Vanguard, or he's got the Vlad's next, which is pretty awesome. He doesn't have an orb yet, surprisingly, but not a huge deal. So he's gonna pick up the Vlad's. He's gonna give his team more armor. Vlad's is actually a pretty good late game item, honestly. He's not gonna get a lot of, just giving the rest of the team armor, which isn't ridiculously good, but I'm kidding. It's powerful. 5 armor is 25. No, I'm sorry, 5. Yeah, 30% more HP against physical damage. So if the Morphling auto attacks, if the Broodmother auto attacks, which they will, Chen's creeps are gonna auto attack. ES isn't really physical, but Clockwork is pretty much non-existent in terms of physical. But I mean, it's already gonna give your Spectre lifesteal. That's the main point. It's gonna give Spectre lifesteal, and that's what he's gonna need. This is why Morphling got lifesteal. They both have lifesteal now. They're gonna stand there and they're gonna auto attack each other in the face until somebody dies. And Morphling is gonna be easier to run away. You can always wait for him. You can always replicate to an allied target or a preset target if he really wants to. And that's gonna really determine the battle. So Spectre's gonna be like, I'm gonna go push lanes. I have a TP scroll if I really need to be somewhere, and he's gonna need to be somewhere in about 10 seconds. Here comes, he's watching bot lane. And here comes the recall or replicate. No, he's just gonna TP, and then he's gonna dive in, and then he's gonna ult. Then, because if you change to one of your ulted things, then it kills them all. It was a nerf a couple months back. So gonna kill that as fast as possible. You do not want that thing alive. It's gonna do a lot of damage to your team with that Radiance. Killing the ward a little bit badly placed, or it's because they have the Sentry Initiate going on. Broodmother's gonna get dropped down, and Furion's getting picked off by the Clockwork. Did a nice Initiate. Damn, there's a lot of shit going on. CM ult going down. Venge is not going to make it out. Getting focused down. Nice chain stunning by the Morphling, but he's going to pick up the kill. He's going to go for that hero. Once again, Spectre chasing down the hero. Clockwork is not going to make it out. But honestly, him running away like this is really solid strategy. Keep him here as long as possible. Let his team do what they need to do, which was let Morphling pick off more heroes. He didn't get the CM, didn't go for that kill. But Spectre chasing down, picking up the double kill, and a staying alive also, getting the Ghost Scepter. Save please. What is Morphling? Morphling might just be saving for buybacks at this point. I could tell you if I could look at his money count. And Spectre is sitting on a shitload of cash. I'm going to expect a heart from him. Probably a heart. You almost never see Butterfly or other carry items. Honestly, it doesn't happen. But if you want Vlad's, I mean, Vlad's is going to be better than the Helm of the Dominator, pretty much, because it helps your team. It does approximately the same, especially at this point. You're getting 16%, 15% damage, and that's based on these two numbers here, not this one. So you're getting about basically 14 damage. 14 damage from the Vlad's damage, and you get mana regen, which is good because he kind of needs it, even though he has a CM aura. And you get the 16% life steal, which is pretty much the same as the Helm of the Dominator. They're really not that different than each other. So they're very similar items, but definitely late game Vlad's better. Cool Diffusal on Furion. That's really cool. Who are they getting this for? Broodmother. They're going to get this for Broodmother. That way, as soon as Broodmother ults, you just use your Diffusal Blade, and now he can't lifesteal anymore, and you're like, shit. My ult is useless, and that's kind of what's going to happen when Broodmother ults in teamfights now. And that's not a bad item at all on Furion. I mean, he's actually not bad at damage. His stat growth isn't fantastic, but you can farm really fast with him, and as a result, you can end up doing some decent carrying. So, and he attacks pretty fast, really not bad at all. Initiate going in. Spectre dropping, teleporting, and trying to pick up the CS. They are going to get him. Look at the damage Prophet was doing right there. That was pretty solid. Morphling's going to pick up the kill. And ES is not going to make it out. I think Spectre booked it. Yep, he's like, you know what? Fuck this.